What is going on, guys? Liza over here at Pondering Creations Farm. Welcome back to our channel. We are hanging out by the pond today, and this is going to be the last week that it's open because we are netting it probably tomorrow. Well, these maples are starting to change color, and we are getting lots of leaves in the pond, so we're going to get this netted for next week. But this week, for this video, we're going to go back and do a fall garden tour, because we have some cold temps coming in and I gotta be picking and harvesting a bunch of stuff. So let's head back to the garden and see what we can grab. Welcome to the garden. I've already started ripping stuff out of here. And right now our goal is some lemongrass and the rest of the cherry tomatoes. So let's get on this. Whenever I am in the garden, I always have an audience, and today is no different. Here is the garden, guys. It's crazy. It's gonna be over. This is what we're after. There's a lot of tomatoes in here. These green ones will ripen inside over the next couple weeks. So we're harvesting all the green that are of the right size. And then you can see how these are nice and shiny, and this one's really dull. So we don't harvest any that are dull. And that is it. This was from 2 Isis candy tomato plants. That's a lot. After not producing all year, look at what's growing now that we're getting 30-degree temperatures. Strange. It's the time of year where if you let things go to seed, like this mustard, you will have a bunch sprouting up everywhere. We got the lemongrass, and it's already almost shady. It's crazy to me how the light has changed so much at this time of year. I hope we get a little bit more time for some peppers, but I don't know if that's going to be happening for us. But we do have some cold stuff coming on. Figure I would show you guys what is in our high tunnel. It's where I kind of brought everything to try to give it one last fighting chance. This eggplant is not looking so well, but there is hope. We're still getting a ton of peppers, and I did plant some cold weather stuff so that we will be getting some things like spinaches, and I was hoping to get more cabbage and stuff like that, but we still are having some issues with the cabbage moths. They have destroyed my Chinese broccoli, and they are going to town on all of my bok choys and stuff like that. But the lettuce is doing good, and the spinach is okay. And my tomatoes have succumbed to blight. I still got to get these out of here. But you know what this garden is growing? Meat. Because I have 30 meat birds in here, and they aren't even feathered yet, and they are fat and ugly, but happy to be in this compost pile and eating all the garden scraps and tomatoes that are still dropping. So they are just loving life in this nasty, blight-ridden jungle. The asparagus really kicked it up a notch this year. I've got oregano in here, strawberries in here, there's pumpkins. I've got some early sprouting broccoli, there's raspberry in here. There's ground cherries all over here that I still need to get in here. I haven't harvested them in a while. Brussels sprouts are finally starting to get some little sprouts on them. I have some lemon squash growing in here that I am going to miss when the frost hits. Here we have about 8 pumpkins in here, about this size, not that big, but better than nothing. Our original beehive is in here, and they are doing better from when we had the division. They weren't really doing that great, but we gave them some of the honey from the other hive, and they're doing much better. The best thing about this harvest is that this plant self-seeded itself. So I'm super excited about that. Free food. Thanks for joining me in the garden today, everyone. I hope you get everything harvested that you need to before the cold sets in. Here's what we ended up with today. Pretty good harvest for yesterday and today, considering the store was busy today and we did a lot of working. Pepperoncinis and more eggplants, lemongrass, all these honey nuts, different types of tomatoes. We got what was left of the tomatillos, more eggplants, and different tomatoes, and tons of loofah, which I'm very happy about. So next week we will be back in the garden with some new preservation techniques. I'm going to show you guys what we've been up to, and let's see what we can do with some of this food and get creative with some of these green tomatoes. I'm thinking green tomato ketchup, maybe?